Is marriage an endangered institution in America? There are those who believe it is, and that prompted a big gathering in Orlando this week. It drew more than 1,000 people from 49 states and 12 countries. Lynn Hatter spoke with some of the participants about a subject that prompts strong feelings and diverse attitudes.
Marriage. According to the Center for Disease Control, in 2007, more than 157,000 Florida couples tied the knot. That same year, more than 86,000 couples got divorced. And since 1970, the divorce rate has been steadily climbing. Today, about half of all marriages end in divorce. It's something that Richard Albertson knows well.
My wife and I, we nearly divorced 15 years ago because we didn't have these skills. Most couples don't have the skills for a lifelong relationship. And so they run into the bumps in marriage, run into the problems in marriage, and they struggle, and then they don't know how to get out of it.
Albertson managed to save his marriage and is trying to help more couples do the same. He was a guest lecturer at the marriage conference in Orlando. He heads a community marriage program in Tallahassee called Live the Life, which has helped the capital county reduce its divorce rates by 29% since the program began.
And we have a program for college kids and singles called How to Avoid Marrying a Jerk, which is kind of a fun program, engaging for the young people to help them pick a partner and what are you looking for and how is this supposed to work and this whole relationship dynamics and how do you do that. And then we have a program called Start Smart for premarital couples and folks who are seriously dating that are really thinking about getting married. They go through a premarital inventory that's based on research. They get an assessment of their relationship. They go through a class. They have a 56-page workbook. They go through marriage mentoring, marriage coaching. Say we'd rather have a broken engagement than a broken marriage any day of the week.
These are the kinds of classes and lectures that happened in Orlando. The event was sponsored by the Florida Family Policy Council, one of the chief advocates of the Amendment 2 campaign, which helped pass a constitutional amendment that outlines marriage as a union between one man and one woman. John Stemberger is the head of that group.
Many of our opponents, in addition to media editorials, challenged us. They said, if you really want to do something about marriage, why don't you do something about the divorce rate for your own marriages and your own communities? And that really resonated with me at a very deep level because I think it's a true observation.
Stemberger admits that making more marriages last is tricky business, especially because attitudes on marriage are changing.
It's the butt of jokes on late-night talk shows, and on TV shows. We have to have a different view about marriage. Even the cover of Time magazine this week is entitled Unfaithfully Yours, and the whole article is on why marriage matters, and we can see the number of high-profile incidents of divorce and infidelity amongst high-profile people, and it creates a really poor climate for us to think about marriage in.
And many people have many different views on the subject.
I'm not in a rush to get married. I'd be fine with companionship because that's all it really is. It's kind of just a piece of paper.
Marriage to me is very spiritual, religion based because marriage is the least funnest thing, but it's the most fulfilling thing.
I think marriage is a good thing. I was late to get married. I didn't get married till I was 37, and I have found that person, so it's been a really wonderful thing for me. But I think people should take their time.
I think that it's very important. I don't think it's for everybody, but I think that if you are married, you should cherish it.
Someday it'll maybe be right for me if I find the right person, but if I can't find the right person, then marriage isn't for me.
I personally got married too young, and I don't think I took it seriously enough. Once I got separated, I kind of look back at it, and I miss those things.
Research has shown the benefits of marriage outweigh the costs of divorce, both socially and economically. Marriage conference organizer John Stemberger.
And we here in the state of Florida spend just under $1.9 billion each year because of family fragmentation, and approximately half of that is due to the ending of marriages in divorce.
Family fragmentation. That word includes unwed parents, single-family homes, and divorcees. Live the Life's Richard Albertson.
There's not a single social indicator where married people are not better off. They live longer, they're happier, they're healthier, they're wealthier, they have better sex lives, and the children of married people are better off. They do better in school, they're less likely to drop out, they're less likely to use drugs, they're less likely to engage in premarital sex. We're not trying to attack divorced people, we're just trying to keep keep marriages together and try to make them stronger and healthier and happier.
Organizers of the Florida Marriage Conference aren't expecting miracles overnight, but say they want the event to be a stepping stone for a bigger conversation on the subject. Indeed, there has been more attention directed at marriages lately than in years past. Recently, Florida lawmakers considered a bill to raise the marriage license fee by $100. That fee would be waived if couples completed 8 hours of premarital counseling. The bill failed, but Stemberger, who backed it, says he has high hopes for next year. In the meantime, trying to keep people married for 50 years instead of 5 is the main focus. For Florida Public Radio, I'm Len Howe.